Hello, I have some really great current favorite products I'm excited to share with you today, and an unfortunate product update that actually caused me to go remove it from the video where I originally shared it with you. I have never had to do that before, so we'll talk all about that. I have some fun makeup, skincare, fashion, and home products, and a must-watch TV show to chat with you about today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I have a lot to go through, so I'm going to try and keep this speed style if it's possible. So let's go ahead and get into these products that I've been loving and not loving over the past month. I'm starting with Refi Blur and Hydrate Oil Control Face Primer. If you have dry skin, don't be thrown off by oil control here. I actually think this could work really well across most, if not all, skin types. I picked this up during the recent Sephora sale. This isn't a new product. It's just one I've been wanting to try for some time. This is a silicone-based face primer that I really enjoy because of what it does and doesn't do. Now, the intent of this rounded metal applicator is to cool and depuff and give you more targeted control as you blend it out, but I find it just sort of spreads the product around and takes it longer to blend, so I don't use it. I just use my fingers like I do most primers. It has a really nice lightweight cream to gel texture, and for me, this does exactly what it claims to do. It does not mattify, nor does it claim to. This gives me a natural finish, which works really well on my normal and sometimes dry areas on the perimeter of my face and my shine-prone areas in the center of my face. It blurs and minimizes the appearance of my pores and hydrates my skin while keeping me from getting as oily as I normally do in my shine-prone areas. It also provides a smooth base for makeup, and of course helps my makeup last longer throughout the day, which is what a primer is supposed to do. So unless you have extremely oily skin or you're specifically looking for a primer with a matte finish, I think this could work well across all skin types. I've really been enjoying this, and this has worked its way into my primer rotation. I was really skeptical of the new Urban Decay 24/7 Glaze On Shimmer Liquid Shadows before I tried them. I thought they were made for someone in their 20s or 30s or younger and with less mature eyelids. I thought they'd be glitter bombs, they'd fall out everywhere, and they just wouldn't be flattering. But then I tried them and I kind of fell in love with them. So they're supposed to be beginner friendly and be crease resistant. You've probably seen me wear these in recent videos. There are 4 shimmers. The shade I have on today is Space Cowboy Intense. I've worn Silver Spooning recently and also Frost Boss recently in a video. This is one of the 2 duochromes. The thing you need to know about these that's extremely important is that you have to shake them well before applying. You can hear there's a little ball rattling around in here. That is how the product gets on the built-in brush. So when you open it, you'll see there is product on the brush. If you don't shake it like that, the product settles into the bottom and it won't reach the brush. So you just swipe this all over your eyelids and blend out the edges and you're done. I like the pointed tip of the brush. The brush is very soft, by the way. The pointed tip allows me to get it right into the corner of my eye precisely, and you can blend out the edges with the brush if you want to. What I usually do is blend it out with the brush and then sort of further tap the product onto my eye very lightly and then swipe it sort of up and out very gently to blend out the edges. I then either tilt my head back or close my eye and just let it sit for about 30 seconds to make sure it's dry before I start creasing my eyes. You can build it up if you want more intensity or sheer it out the way I usually do. They're super quick and easy to apply. There is no fallout and they wear beautifully all day without creasing. Now, if you are someone that has oily lids and you do experience creasing, I always suggest applying an eyeshadow primer first, even with cream eyeshadow. That usually helps. I prefer the shimmers to the duochromes. That's just a personal preference. I find them to give a little bit more opacity, a little bit more of an even application. I'm surprised at how much I like these and how much I've been reaching for them. I finally have my verdict on 2 Ultraviolet products. Ultraviolet is an Australian brand that recently came to the US. They test all of their products under the harsh Australian sun, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Now, this first product that I'm talking about is the Future Screen Mineral SPF 50 facial sunscreen serum. Now, because I have sensitive skin with rosacea, I find it hard to find facial sunscreens that strike a nice balance between hydrating my normal dry areas around the perimeter of my face adequately while not leaving me an oily, greasy mess in my shine-prone areas in the center of my face during the day. Throw in the fact that they also need to work well under makeup and not pill or break me out or make my face react, my rosacea flare up. It's a pretty tall order. This is fantastic. This works beautifully for me as a combination lightweight moisturizer and sunscreen all in one, so I'm able to save a step in the morning. There are nice, hydrating, soothing ingredients plus ingredients in here that offer antioxidant protection. And because it's a broad spectrum UVA, UVB mineral sunscreen, it's fantastic for my sensitive skin. It's also fragrance free. There is a very faint scent in here, very light from the natural ingredients. It's not unpleasant at all. I barely even notice it. And it has a pale tan tint to it, probably to minimize any white cast. I get no cast at all with it. It has a very runny, thin, watery texture that blends into my skin seamlessly. They used innovative zinc from Japan. Now, when I first start blending it out, it looks really dewy, but it's hydrating and not greasy, and it just blends into my skin so quickly and easily like a moisturizer. And after it sits for a few minutes, I always let my sunscreen sit for a few minutes before applying makeup, as you should. It settles into just a naturally radiant finish that doesn't look greasy. It just looks healthy and feels incredibly lightweight, and it works beautifully under makeup. It doesn't pill. Now, I don't like to get this really close to my eyes. I find it can burn if I get it really close to my eyes, so I just keep a perimeter around my eyes. But everything else I absolutely love. I have been reaching for this every day when I haven't been testing other sunscreens. My second ultraviolet product is the Sheen Screen SPF 50 Hydrating Lip Balm, but I have a second SPF lip balm here that wowed me this month, and I'm going to talk about them sort of together so you can decide which one you might want to try. BeautyStat just launched a new SPF lip balm. This is their C Lip Serum SPF 30 lip balm, which looks like it's less expensive than ultraviolet, but if you look at it per half an ounce, they run about the same price. So it's really going to depend on what you're looking for. So the first difference is right off the bat, ultraviolet is SPF 50 and BeautyStat is SPF 30. Both offer broad spectrum protection, but ultraviolet is a chemical sunscreen and BeautyStat is zinc oxide mineral sunscreen. And the UV filters in both are supposed to prevent moisture loss, hyperpigmentation, and premature aging. And of course, keep your lips hydrated. Now, as far as the tints and the finishes are concerned, ultraviolet, I would say, is a more sheer, glossy tint. And BeautyStat, I find to be more of a milky, semi-opaque tint. Both are offered in two shades. Ultraviolet has Bejeweled, which is described as a sheer pink gold, and Dusk, which is the shade I have, which is described as an everyday soft neutral. Their flavor is very faint and is sort of a generic lip balm, slightly vanilla flavor. I do not get any of that chemical SPF flavor or scent that turns me off of a lot of SPF lip products, which is why both of these are in this video. BeautyStat offers theirs in baby pink and neutral peach. I'm wearing baby peach today over a lip liner. I'm going to show you what all of these look like over my bare lips though. And theirs have sort of a sweet orangey dreamsicle flavor, which is very pleasant. I find both lip balms to be hydrating, flattering, non-sticky, and comfortable to wear and reapply. Now, BeautyStat combines a pure and stable form of L-ascorbic acid, thus the C in here for the vitamin C, with advanced peptides, including tripeptide 1, which is a peptide I love, and some other really nice ingredients to protect, hydrate, brighten, smooth, firm, and plump your lips. And the antioxidant protection you get in the Ultraviolet lip balm is from Vitamin E, and they offer other nice ingredients in here to moisturize deeply and hydrate and restore and nourish dry, cracked lips, plump your lips, and form a protective barrier as well. The consistency of this one is slightly thicker upon application, but I like both. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but I'm always looking for SPF lip balms that aren't gross to taste them or smell them. They don't have that overwhelming SPF taste or scent, and these are two really nice ones. Tula and I are on a good run. I have another great product that I've been loving from Tula. It does happen to be a lip balm. It's the last one in this video. I mean, I guess that's just 3, but this is a non-SPF lip balm. It's an anytime lip balm. This is the Rose Glow and Get It Hydrating Peptide Lip Balm. I love peptides in my lip products, and this one has tripeptide 1, which is a specific peptide I always look for because it has helped regenerate my lip pigmentation around the perimeter of my lips, which was very pale and had disappeared in spots before I used my Drunk Elephant Lippy, which has that ingredient. I didn't even realize that was happening, and over time I just realized that it sort of looked like I had lip liner on, and that was the product that did it. Tripeptide 1 is also in Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide, whatever the name of that product is that I love so much, the strawberry one, and it is in here. It has a very teeny tiny soft applicator, which I love. When I apply it, it has a really nice, comfortable, non-sticky, kind of thin consistency, but it's not runny at all. It stays on my lips, and it sort of has this pH adjusting thing that happens. When I look in the mirror a little bit later, my lips look pinker. It gives them a nice natural pink tint, which I kind of enjoy. There are ingredients in here to soften, smooth, hydrate, nourish, plump, and provide antioxidant protection. So it's a great prep product if you want to use it before makeup. It's great for any time, and I've really been enjoying it. Let's talk really quickly about a product that did not work for me. This is not a new product. I have some new products and some products that are new to me in this video, and this is one of the ones that's new to me. This has been recommended to me from several viewers, and I finally tried it, and I definitely see why people like this, why it works for some people. It just doesn't work for me. It wasn't a massive fail. It's just me. This is the Winky Lux Peeper Perfect Under Eye Concealer. So I think if you are looking for a medium coverage concealer and you have dry or mature textured under eyes, this will probably be great for you. It's very creamy, it feels hydrating, and it gives nice medium coverage. But I need slightly more coverage than what I got from this. I mean, the texture is really lovely and it wore pretty nicely. I just need more coverage. Even with a corrector under it, it just didn't give me enough, especially with hollows under my eyes. I could still see the shadows under my eyes, but I definitely could see why this works for people and why it's been recommended to me so many times. If you have even my level of darkness but don't have the hollows, or if you have less darkness, I think this could probably really work for you. But I wanted to let you know that I did try it and I can see it. It just doesn't work for me personally. Unfortunately, this is just one of those things where everything works differently for everybody, and this just unfortunately did not work for me. I feel like I've been slowly going through the products in Molly Sims' Wise brand. Thank you to the kind viewer who let me know that this is in fact pronounced Wise and not YSE, which is how I last referred to it. These are the Your Favorite X exfoliating pads. I feel like her products look very elegant. I mean, it's kind of a higher end brand, I guess. Aside from the fact that they are large, they're unique in that they have this little finger pocket to make it really easy to swipe them across your face, your neck, your chest. Is it fully necessary? Maybe not, but it is a nice feature. Going back to the fact that I have sensitive skin with rosacea, it can be really hard to find good chemical exfoliating products that don't tear my skin up. So when I find some that I feel are effective yet gentle, I love sharing them with you because I know I'm not the only one that struggles with that. I've been using these 3 to 4 times a week. I could probably even move that usage up. They're working really well for me. They're designed designed to help with dark spots, to help smooth fine lines, and prevent breakouts if that's an issue for you too. They're infused with glycolic acid and other ingredients to help exfoliate and dissolve dead skin cells and smooth texture while preventing inflammation. Glycolic acid also helps with collagen production, and it helps brighten the skin too. They also have ectoin, which is an ingredient we're seeing in more and more products. It's really great for soothing your skin and strengthening your skin barrier too. I've really been enjoying these, and I just love finding products in difficult categories that work for my sensitive skin. Speaking of difficult products for sensitive skin, vitamin C can be a really hard product to find if you have sensitive skin. I've really been enjoying vitamin C derivatives. They tend to work really well for sensitive skin if you have trouble with typical L-ascorbic acid. They're usually more shelf stable and more stable once applied to your skin too. And I'm so mad at myself for not trying this before I did, because I took one look at it and I thought it was going to be a greasy, oily vitamin C product, and it is anything but. This is the Regelica Microbiome and Vitamin C Immunity Support Essence. I've seen people talk about it, and I just thought it wouldn't work for my combination skin type, and I have been loving it. It has gentle yet effective forms of vitamin C, sea buckthorn, and a skin native microbiome complex, which helps support a healthy skin immune system and helps produce DNA repair enzymes that repair free radical damage. This has a light, kind of watery gel formula with micro capsule delivery technology to store their key ingredients inside these little beads. Those beads burst when they come in contact with your skin, and it just helps ensure the efficacy. There is some viscosity to this. It's completely runny. It sinks into my skin so beautifully. It's hydrating yet lightweight. It doesn't feel oily or greasy, and it sits nicely under makeup. It never pills. I don't get shiny during the day with it. It just leaves a beautiful finish to my skin. And while this may seem like sort of a pricey product up front, I feel like this is going to last me a long time. You get 5.4 ounces in here, and it doesn't take much. A little goes a long way. I feel like the fashion aesthetic of White Lotus Season 3 is here to stay. I bought this cover-up from Soma, which you're going to see here used as a clothing piece. I originally bought it to use it as a cover-up over swimsuits. In a small medium, I have kind of a long torso, and after I washed it, it shrunk up to where it was above my butt, so I kept it to use it as a clothing piece, and I ordered a second one in the large size to use as an actual cover-up. So I actually have two of these now. I also bought a one-piece swimsuit that's so flattering in the same print. This is giving me those White Lotus Season 3 vibes. They have a few patterns on their website that are evoking that kind of moody, colorful, saturated feeling. I'll have a few of those patterns or pieces linked for you down below. I'll probably flash them here on screen. I got some silk PJ bottoms to maybe wear around the house or maybe out paired with something. I don't know, but I really love these. I feel like I could pair them with a tank and some slides. It would be really cute. And I also picked up that same one-piece swimsuit in a different pattern that's not so White Lotus, but it's still really cute and tropical. And I got another cover-up from Soma. Soma is sort of knocking it out of the park right now. That is so cute. It's this deep teal embroidered cover-up. So because I'm loving this aesthetic so much, I decided to create some White Lotus Season 3 inspiration boards based on some of the characters for my LTK shop that I will link maybe here on my community tab and on socials. I'll release those slowly over the next couple of weeks because I just don't think that vibe is going away. If you're not following my LTK shop, I put all kinds of stuff on there, usually daily. I'll link it down below in my description box. And I also created a couple with just a general White Lotus vibe, not based on characters. I had a lot of fun putting that together. So that picture that I showed you earlier was just a quick snapshot that I took to send to Brooke, my daughter, to show her I had White Lotus vibes going on. And I had just a golden yellow tank, I think from Amazon, under the cover up. And these earrings, I love these for summertime, anytime really. I get compliments on them every single time I wear them. They go with any type of necklace, including this one, which is also new from Dean Davidson. My Dean Davidson code is always active in my description boxes. And then I have these matching earrings for the necklace. I'm loving this sky blue for summer. It goes with white, it goes with black, yellow. I mean, you can pair it with so many things. This is a classic Dean Davidson style. It's a bestseller. I have, I think, 3 different colors in this style. I absolutely love it. And since we're talking about summertime things, I have to talk about Nest Amalfi Lemon and Mint Candle, which somehow I've never tried until recently. I'm a huge Nest candle person. I love them, and I typically keep one burning somewhere in this house. Now, they designed it to capture the essence of the Amalfi Coast, and it says it features zesty lemon and orange bergamot blended with fresh mint and a hint of driftwood. It's also a compliment getter. Every time I have burned this and someone's walked into our house, they have made a comment about how good it smells. It's just a bright and fresh yet comforting scent. It's slightly beachy, but zesty from the citrus. I am loving it. Let's talk about the video retraction before we get into the must-watch TV show. I don't want to end on a negative note. I'm going to try and keep this as condensed as possible and just give you the top level information just so we don't get caught in the weeds. A couple of months ago, I chatted with you about my great experience with laundry sauce products, high-end laundry detergent, dryer sheets, and other laundry products that are in these really nice scents. They had sent me some products. I had a great experience with them and shared them with you. I kept using their products after that video, and a few weeks later, maybe even a month later, one of Brooke's sheets came out of the dryer with this sticky kind of plastic substance on it. Her sheet was kind of stuck to itself. I had to pull it apart. It was basically ruined. I threw it out and we just dealt with one set of sheets from that point forward. I thought it was just a one-off. I didn't really worry about it. Although it did cross my mind that I had never had that happen with laundry pods before, but it didn't happen before that. So I just thought, okay, that's fine. Well, a couple weeks later, it happened in a more severe way to our king sheet, the top sheet. It came out of the dryer and it was stuck to itself, and when I pulled it apart, it ripped a hole right in the middle of the top of the sheet. So at that point, I reached out to the brand and she was very responsive. She apologized and sort of made it sound like that was something that was very unusual they had never experienced before, and asked me to hold off on saying anything publicly, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But at that point, I didn't really even know what to say because I didn't know what the issue was. And she asked me for pictures of my washing machine and pictures of the damage. Since I had thrown out Brooke's sheet, I didn't have a picture of that, but I sent her a picture of our sheet. She ended up getting back to me a little bit later and said that that was a very rare problem, which indicated to me that it had happened to other people. And she apologized profusely and then gave me tips on how to do laundry or how to use laundry pods properly, which we had been doing. Now, I never asked them to replace anything. I did express my disappointment in having to replace 2 sets of sheets, which anyone would. These were nice sheets, but they did offer to replace the king size sheet. They did not offer to replace the sheet that I didn't have the picture of. And it started making me wonder how they would have handled this on the consumer end of things if I had not worked with them. I felt like this was something that you needed to know about. This is a possibility. Apparently this has happened to other people where the pods have gotten caught in sheets or maybe even other things, I'm not sure, and they haven't fully dissolved. And if they don't dissolve, they can apparently melt onto the product, thus ruining it like it happened to me. And I needed to let you know that, which is why I needed to take it out of my video, because I can't promote a product that could ruin your clothing. Okay, let's end this video on a more positive note. If you have not watched The Pit yet on Max, it is worth your time. I kept hearing the raves and I was kind of sleeping on it for a little bit. It is really well done. So each episode covers about an hour of a 15-hour shift of an ER staff of a fictional Pittsburgh trauma hospital. It stars Noah Wiley, who many of you may know from ER. He created it along with 2 other people that he worked with on ER too. And the series follows this ER staff as they navigate patient care, different cases, interacting with one another, staff shortages, resources, just all kinds of things that happen in the ER in kind of real time. So I kept hearing that it was a combination of ER, which I loved back in the day, and the show 24, and it absolutely is. So it has a 95% Rotten Tomatoes approval rating and has been praised by the medical community for its accuracy and for its realistic portrayal of healthcare workers and the challenges that they face every day. And it's been renewed for a 2nd season that's supposed to premiere in, I think, January of next year. I enjoyed it from the start, but it increasingly got better as it went on, as many shows do. I flew through it, so that was really good. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend, and I'm looking for show recommendations, so if you have any, leave them for me below. And if you want to see my thoughts on the newly reformulated MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation, be sure to check out my recent foundation roundup where I talk about it and some other new foundation releases. You can see it here. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!